Hey everyone, Black117 here, and today I'll be reviewing all my teams I've done for VGC 17 for at least the early format. So, one reason why I'm doing this is because I'm kind of bored, and I'm testing out recording so that my laptop here doesn't die on me. So yeah, press one to pay respect for my laptop. So yeah. Yeah. So anyways, let's get on to the review. So I really like VGC 17. I was actually struggling a lot. So I looked a lot into some of the shit that I've seen from certain VGC players, and I looked into I think it was Alex Agloza. And this is one of the first teams I used, I guess. I think it was a double duck team with obviously gold duck pelipper, simplistic as hell. Not much to say here, just drizzle. I don't even know what this thing got drizzle in the first place, so your guess is as good as mine. Just utility support, tailwind, hurricane, wide guard. I didn't put protect on it for some reason. I don't know why. I forgot about the team. Then I had Tababula with leftovers and horn leech, hammer arm, superpower, protect, leftovers and grass, because I thought having leftovers and grassy terrain, it's just almost I think it's 1-8 recovery or something, I don't know. And then you have horn leech, so it's just gives you a lot of utility, self utility. So and I tested alone at Marowak a lot. So oh yeah, I remember I put a ton of speed because I just wanted to outpace a lot of the Metagrosses that were running around in Celesteela. And really, I just didn't know what to do here. It was just all the EVs, by the way, are simplistic 252s, except for me, Talbulu. But then, really, so then I had Porygon with discharge, recover, trick. This was kind of standardish at the time, but I think now most Porygons do have Ice Beam and okay, it's Ice Beam, recover, and trick room. That's the standard now. And most of my Porygons are usually Shadow Ball or some. Well, I won't say it because it's there's some weird shit I've run on Porygon lately, so I won't say it. Then we have the standard Tapu Koko with Life Orb and Timid. I remember back in the day, everyone was using Timid, and then I don't know when I started using Modest. So yeah, this was a Gloza Brain because this was an RTS. I think this was a Paceman I saw from the Gloza. But I think the team is kind of outdated, so yeah. Then I looked into around this time. I looked into a lot into Celesteela, given how everyone kind of hated this fucking monster. I still think it's manageable now. You just gotta apply a lot of heavy pressure with Arcanine, Coco, Z move user, whatnot. So this is a standard Celesteela set with heavy Steinly Seed, substitute, protect. Really, it's kind of simplistic. I think I've done this RMT in the forum, so I think. Oh yeah, also this is Billa's team. So Billa, if you're looking at this, I didn't copy you. All right. It was convenient. I don't know why. Every time I look into Billa's team, every time I look, I know I look into those two a lot, but it's so convenient that I made those teams around the time they win a certain regional. So I don't know, both or a regional or event. So yeah, this is the standard Celesteela of the day that time. But I think now most of them have flamethrower, since Proton is always common. Then we have Gastrodon with Skull, Toxic, Earthquake, Protect. I like Earthquake then because it just hits Tapu Koko. And I didn't feel too threatened by the fucking Garchoms running around with when I had Salamence and Tapu Bulu. But I'll get to those in a while. Then we had a Alola Pupper, the Arcanine with Fire MZ Overheat. That's when I thought that was that. I remember I used this Z overheat so like for like all of December and January until I just used that. I switched to this other set, but I think you will see that very soon. So pretty standard defensive Arcanine. At the time, I wanted to like outspeed like speed type with like timid like Lele, Morning Sun, so like get myself like recovery. Even though like now you have like fucking Pelipper, what was it? What was it? Politoed, level 9 Tails and Kiglet. God, I don't even know all these names. Yeah, so going around and just reducing its like recovery output, so not really much to say here. It did its job. I did consider burn up, but I just felt like having 2 fire moves in the same slot was just like, what? Well, moving on. Then we tried Gigalith. Pretty simplistic EV spread down to wire EV spread because I wasn't trying. Honestly, I did try out Stone Edge here because I know that Stone Edge does like 40 points more than like Rock Slide. Only difference is Rock Slide and Trick Room is really good, but the thing is I didn't have Trick Room, so I think this team would have done way better on the ladder than Trick Room. So it was okay at the time. So not much about Gigalith, though I did like it at the time. So then I had Swords Dance Tapu Bolo. And this thing just hits like a fucking truck. I remember back in the day. This is the reason why I didn't use Garchomp. I wasn't concerned about Garchomp, is because I just have this thing and it just hits something hard with Woodhammer. I know Cortana became a thing early in the format, so then I had Sewer Power just for coverage, even though most of them do have Rock Slide or something. I'm not so sure what standard sets Tapu Bulu have. I think that most are either Scarf, some are Scarf, some are like kind of the like setup like ones that Wolfie popularized. So then lastly we got like Roar Salamence, which is so good at the time. So Roar, Dragon MZ, Salamence. It was so good at the time before I won't say which one like popped up and kind of ruined its day. I think we all know what we're all getting to, so yeah. Salamence just kind of like got fucked over by a certain mon, so I think this is like, I forgot who this guy's team was, but I remember I used it on the ladder on both Showdown and on like, what is it, NPS. So this was heavily based off of some guy named Jack or something. I forgot his name. It was Psychic EMZ. Like, I remember I used the Tapu Lele. Like, literally, my first team had Tapu Lele with, like, Psychic EMZ. And it was a Rain Room team with, like, Porygon 2, Politoed, Araquanid, Oranguru. The only thing I didn't like was that team Politoed didn't have Helping Hand because Araquanid would have just, well, we'll just wait for VGC Tech 18 to see what the hell happens there. But, so yeah, like Psychic EMZ, like Psychic just nukes everything. So yeah, Taunt was there just to prevent Trick Room or whatever setup base strategies were at the time. Then we had Scarf Cortana, which was like, God, that thing would just, you could just sweep everything if you just play the cards right here. And like if you weaken everything, you just, I don't know. Cortana is like, this is like the first time I used Cortana, and I remember at the time, back in the day, everyone had like Life Orb or like Choice Band, but everyone switched to now Life or Focus Sash, Assault Vest, Sculpt Lens, even just to crit like opposing Pokemon with Leaf Blade. But for this one, it was just like based off of speed and just to ensure that I always outspeed like shit like Faramosa or like Tapu Koko. So yeah, I guess I like Scarf Cortana, but just and especially in the best of 1 setting laddering, but best of 3, you kind of have to play around it. So then everyone's seen this. I think the only difference is like Dink gets that I outspeed Gyarados and something else, but I'm not so sure. I forgot what Arcanine set was, but it was just a special support set. Then we have Tapu Koko with Grass Knot. This is when I started testing Modest, I guess. And I just felt the damage output with Modest was better than that of like Timid. And I always used like Modest over Timid for a while. I don't know. Then we had Gudra, and I remember back in the time, like I loved using Gudra because it just walled the crap out of like Tapu Bulu, which was common, and it did a number to that. I think to that defensive core with that had Gastrodon and Bulu, Politoed. It also did well against weather, except for like sand. With sand, I think Stoutland and fucking Gigalith can just KO it with Gudra with their respective stabs. So, but the thing about it is like didn't get like I think Gudra would have been better if it was a different type, because like poison or so. Because honestly, you're just using Sludge Bomb and just hoping to get the poison or something. I don't know. But Gudra was good against like dealing with rain, opposing rain. So, lastly, we have Gigalith with Citrus Berry. At the time, people didn't know. Well, I don't get to that. This was sort of a support Gigalith, given the fact that like this team needed like just a stop against like Garchomp. So, whatever. Now this is where like things start to evolve. Maybe. I started laddering with like Tapu Fini when I saw this one guy. I forgot who it was. It might have been Enosh, but I don't know. But I started laddering with like Calmine Fini, and it was so good at the time. Like there were like few responses for Fini. It's given Misty Terrain. Like I remember like back in the day, people kind of shit on just like Tapu Fini, given the fact that like understandably so, all the other three Tapus had like what, a boost to one of their stabs or something. But with Fini, it's like you just like stop a lot of statuses immediately, and that already like walls. That alone, Fini already walls defensive Orcanine and like Gastrodon. So, and then you have Cortana, which is just so good. And I remember back in the day, like people didn't use fucking Flamethrower, with Cortana, and I just used this set, and if I got the chance to Swords Dance, I Swords Dance, and I just O-code whatever the fuck I O-code. So once it the thing with Cortana is like once it gets going, it's really hard to stop it. So then we tried Mudstale, which with the crappy EV spread that I gave it. So high horsepower, rock slide, heavy slam, close combat. I really like stamina. So given the fact that it just gets more harder to kill, for each progressive hit. So, and again, the way you have to use Mudstale, in my opinion, is it has to like kind of take advantage of taking let's say if it comes in on a Snarl or like a resistant move like Rock Slide, then it'll be more dreading to deal with. So I like the Mudstale. Salamence, oh my god, this is when at the time I did not know that fucking Misty Surge with Misty Terrain just blocked or cut dragon moves in half. So it was really retarded just having fucking Draco Meteor, Z Draco Meteor. It looked cool, but come on, don't use these two. Don't be an idiot like me. Then we have Gigalith, which is kind of cool. Y'all seen Gigalith? I don't know what the EV spread. By the way, I don't know all the EV spreads these mons do now. So these days, so don't just harp on me. Lastly, we have Support Arcanine, which y'all seen. Now this is my first successful good team. This is when I laddered to 1900 on I think Battle Spot WCS, which is pretty much the official ladder. Then I was using Specs Tapu Lele, and it was so good. Let me just tell you guys, it just O-code everything. It O-code everything, guys. Specs Psychic is so good. I know people are using it now, pairing it with Drifloon, but it is so fucking good, guys. That is tough for its day. So it's the moveset's kind of simple, and I think I made it to where like it could live a hit from the other go, but I don't know. But and also it could take like it could Oko Garchomp with Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam. I'm not so sure about the latter, but excuse me. Then I used this kit. I used this like set for a long time. This Porygon 2 set because I don't know why. I just used the offensive Porygon 2 with Ice Beam and Shadow Ball because I knew that if I get the +1, I have a good chance to Oko like Marowak. So, and also with Ice Beam, I can Oko Garchomp. So, pretty standard. Then we have a support Arcanine here. Like Overheat with Snarl. It's pretty standard-ish for a defensive Arcanine. Again, Speed Tier, Speed Tie, Lele, opposing Lele, Snarl. Fire MZ, use Overheat without getting -2 drop. Now here, this is where I started using, well, I didn't start using Araquanid, but I know that Araquanid was super, super good at the time. It can really, really just destroy teams if you could set up a Trick Room Porygon 2. So, all you need is just Liquidation, you're good. Waterium Z, which is so good that it's just Liquidation, you just Oko almost everything in the format. So then you have Sub-Stock Toxic, because I think there was this one guy that I saw on Twitter just preaching about it, but I didn't believe it at first, but then I used it for many battles, and it can just, it's good for like bulky water types like Milotic. They don't have answers for like Milotic, Gastrodon, even the Porygon 2, just to take progressive damage. So that's why I like Toxic. Some people run like things like, you know, Bug Bite just to take the Sticky Berry. So Gudra, same one as before, but this time I think the other one had power. Yeah, this one had power, but the one I had in the game was Modest, and this one was Quiet Nature. So it was really cool using this to just to kill like Gastrodon or so. Lastly, we had Modest, Top Coco. Like, really, like, the first 5 Mons were, like, complete, and just Tapu Koko was just there just to outspeed certain Mons. Has Fast Taunt, which I really came to appreciate, because, so that's not really much to say. Then, I made a first edit of this team, this time with Metagross and Sekinium Z, and, oh god, that was so good. Let's just say, like, Sekinium Z Metagross just Oko shit, the same way as Lele just Oko shit, so it was even more successful with the first one. I think I got top 10 in the US ladder once. It's the same team, but like, as you can see, it's the same team that I use. I think this one is more of an optimized CG spread, just to take, I forget what it was, I think it was to take like Tectonic Rage plus like something, I don't know what it was, but like this was when I was also laddering a lot with like Metagross like Tapu Lele, and I honestly appreciate Metagross more than fucking Celesteela, so I'm just like, then I used this team on, and that's not, that title is not like, that title is not really, it's an exaggeration. I did get 3rd place on Showdown, and I think I could have got 1st on like, if I really wanted to, but this is when I started really appreciating AFK. This was a very, very solid core between Feeny, Arcanine, and Cortana. Like, let's say, like, and then, I'm not going to explain it, but pretty much, top of Feeny, you attempt to set up with Calm Mind, Arcanine, you burn shit, attempt to Snarl, help support Feeny, Cortana just picks off everything, and slowly gets Beast Boost. This time I started using Assault Vest because my friend Rogue, like, suggested it to me once. And the only thing about it is, I liked the idea, but I just made it more bulkier. Or something. I think this is the same one that I think Rizzo has or so. Then this is where Snorlax comes in, and oh my god. People were complaining about like Celesteela. Like, that's not the problem. This is the problem. Like, Snorlax in this format, It's probably like, I never thought Snorlax would be fucking viable. I guess this is what happens when Kangaskhan's not gone. It's gone. So yeah. Yeah. So this Snorlax really did its job at the time. It just sets. If you could set up Snorlax in certain like end game scenarios, you could just win. Like the Appa Berry just is pretty much, and Gluttony combination just pretty much gives you like 150 like percent HP, so, or health or something. And then when you pair that up with Curse, you hardly die to most special hits. So Snorlax was so good at the time, to the point where like you could just sweep teams. Now every team is sort of spaced off of this core, like these four, most teams now, but like for a time, like most teams I saw on the ladders was based off of this, and I think not the original, but it was very strong at the time. Then I had Gastrodon with Morongaberry. It was just there from Rain. I never used it. Lastly was Furmosa with the Titanium Z. This is when I started using Furmosa a lot as well. So it was like you could take out like I think Porygon 2 with Titanium Z, like high jump kick. I also wanted a Z-move because I didn't have one. Oh, well, I do, but still. But I guess that's all I have to say about that. Same AFK core. So same AFK core, except this one I used on the ladder on Battle Spot, and I got to 1900 again on another account. Well, I think it's the same one. I love this team though, but this time I used Sword Stance Kartana with Sacred Sword over Smart Strike because I didn't like Smart Strike at the time. I used Overheat, same Overheat like Arcanine, same CM like Feeny, same like Snorlax set. Then you have Ground EMZ like Garchomp, and this was pretty much when I started testing like Substitute a lot, as you're gonna see during next text. So Dragon Claw, I don't know. Maybe I could have just put like Rock Slide or Poison Jab. I don't know. I don't really appreciate the whole like you just really need Ground EMC. Literally, that's all you need. And then this is probably like the Mon that really changed. This is like the Tapu Koko set that I really liked the most out of all. Like it pretty much facilitated every one of these Mons so well. I think at its time, at its peak, it was so. I think I always laddered on this on PS for like a month or so. Every time like I feel like I'm on a tilt, I go back to this team and I start winning games or until it was like really good for its day. AV Tapu Koko is such like no one really expects it now, but it's so good when you could like facilitate certain Pokemon, like get them in when you need them. Sometimes the fact that Koko can live a certain hit, so like let's say a seed like Hydro Pump from like Golduck and Rain is just really appreciated, and just having to take hits and all Koko really needs to do is just clean off or pick off whatever any Pokemon now. So I still use AV Koko to this day, so I have certain elements of this team, so I really like this. Then we get to the PS Tour team. Yay! I think I wrote about this in on like the forums or so, but yeah, this was like my favorite team to use at the time. Like this was Tapu Fini, and what was it? I lost my train of thought. I remember like when I was trying to build for the tournament, I just had no idea what to use, but I just stuck with AFK, which was Tapu Fini, like Kartana, like an Arcanine, and then I just stick with let's say Cocoa Puffs or Tapu Koko. This was supposed to be timid, but then I changed it to modest because of power. And then I had the Gigalith just to help me against, spread damage. And then this was like probably the stupidest thing I thought of or I stole. I think this was like a Scarf Porygon Z for the Seijun used to use. And I was like, you know what? I like this idea. So I decided to like use this, and I blew up so many shit. I wrote the chat's reaction when I just hyper beamed the crap out of the Gyarados. I think it was Mudkip's Gyarados. It was just like, I was laughing my ass off. So I think, yeah, if I had to do the tournament again, I would probably have Shadow Ball. Or if I wanted to like change this team, it would probably have Shadow Ball. But I just put Thunderbolt because I was just pressed for time. So not really much to say about this. Same AFK core with Coco and Porygon Z. By the way, I do see this team a lot more often around March. I started to see this team more often around March, and especially on the higher ladder in Pokemon Showdown. The same like core. I think this is the exception. Was like this is another duck in like Porygon 2 or so. I don't know. Then we have probably the team that I'll make a team report very soon, which is my my Ninetales team with Cortana, Mandibuzz, Arcanine, and Snorlax. I think this is a team. I got second on. I got 1900 on Battle Spot and second on Showdown with this team. So I used CM Feeny, same, except it has a little bit more speed now. So then you see Missy Mandibuzz, which is really strong at the first day. I still think Mandibuzz, but is okay. But now with Drifloon running around, I don't know. So just because Drifloon just gets Tailwind support better. Then I was using offensive Arcanine because at the time I didn't have that many great physical attackers. I like the team though, or at least Arcanine. I really came to appreciate C Flare Blitz or whatever. Not really much to say about this set though. Pretty self-explanatory. Then you have probably the one Pokemon that molded the team together, which was Alolan Ninetales with Aurora. When you factor in Arcanine's Intimidate and Feeney's Mandibuzz's Snarl, then it's really difficult to break this team because really it was. And then the main heavy sweepers of this team, in my opinion, were Cortana and Snorlax. Cortana just the thing about this team is that they just try to chip away at you. These four try to chip damage at you or set up. And then you have Cortana and Snorlax, which Cortana, we all know what happens if it just gets progressively. It gets kills after kills after kills, or it's really hard to stop it. So then you have Snorlax, which really I started using Recycle because there's some guy on the ladder had it on his set. I think since then everyone started using it, and Recycle Snorlax is so goddamn good. It is so goddamn good. I don't even want to know. I don't want to look at it. Curse, Recycle, it's pretty much like Recovery. It's like having Recovery on Snorlax. So it's like having to just use Recover without having to. Well, it's not recover in a sense, but if you just put it below 50%, it will just recover back to almost 100, which is really annoying. And then Snorlax can recycle again to get the berry. So Curse raises low defense and attack stat. You don't really need to raise the special defense, even though I did one time, but it's just for another. That's for another team. But yeah, return high horsepower is just really all you need to do. Return for just neutrals coverage and high horsepower for fire, electric, steel types like Coco, Metagross, Arcanine, Nihilego, especially Nihilego because Nihilego just kills everything on his team. So then we get to some weird shit I was testing on a ladder one time, and it did really well for a time. I tried specs like Coco and it was really strong. I think it was early February. So Specs Thunderbolt, like I just used like Timid for a time, and I know how strong Modest is, so it was really strong for its day. So the only thing that I would probably consider changing is giving it Modest nature over like Timid, but I think Timid was better because I think at the time like people started using Salazzle more often. Then we see the Celesteela set that I think this is the Celesteela that literally just set that I came to appreciate more than the others, because this one just literally, like, if you get like a special defense raise, like really it's really hard. It's kind of hard to stop this Celesteela. Like, say it's Celesteela's up against Tapu Koko and you get like a +1 special defense raise, and then you could stall out the electric terrain. Then you could potentially beat Tapu Koko 1v1 with Seeds plus Heavy Slam, so it protects here and there. So, like, I really love Celesteela at the time. So, especially when you play her with Snorlax, like, really, Celesteela plus Snorlax was a very difficult wall core, and still is, to like kind of break through now. Then you have a Mimikyu with Fairy Z. I use this Mimikyu set a lot because at the time people were using Ghost DMZ, and I just didn't. I get why people use Ghost DMZ, just so that Z Shadow Call kills Lele, and like you can also use Z Destiny Bond if you have it, which for those of you who don't know, it's pretty much Follow Me plus like Destiny Bond itself. So it's like that's kind of cool. So. But yeah, Z play rough, like, I think Oko's Garchomp, it can Oko Tapu Koko. I think it Oko's Tapu Koko, but it's a roll. But it does all, like, it can, like, do much more devastating damage. So, like, it does far more damage than that of, like, Z, like, Shadow Claw, so. Taunt, because I just didn't like any setup teams, so. Now, I think this, I don't know if I skipped over, but I used like let me explain this Arcanine set. I think most of my Arcanine sets now and to this day like have like I think even like most in the format are like a Guaberry, given that you have more recovery, like 50% recovery if you get below 25% recovery level. I don't know if you all like kept up with me, but just blathering shit. So all the stuff I'm saying. So if you kept up, then that's good. So yeah, the reason why I had like Flare Blitz with like things like Snarl is because, or not. You're probably asking yourself why I use like Flare Blitz over like to say Overheater like Burnout or Flamethrower, is because I wanted to like ensure that Arcanine can like do consistent damage against opposing Pokemon without other Pokemon say using Snarl against it, because I noticed at the time most Arcanines just use spam Snarl just to like ensure that the other Arcanine doesn't do shit or doesn't do damage. But with my Arcanine, I had Flare Blitz, so I could do consistent damage to something like Celesteela. Instead of where I'm not at -5 or something, -4 or -5 or something. I don't know, so and also Guaberry, with the Guaberry, like, let's say if I put myself below 50%, below that 25% threshold, I could do that with Flare Blitz. I could just, like, do, like, slight recoil to where I can activate it. It's actually a play that everyone has been doing, so these berries have been coming up a lot more lately. So then we have Goodra, which I don't have to explain it. So Goodra is very defensive for its day, so Heyday, so it deals very well with rain teams and like even sun. Then I sort of combined the best of both worlds, I guess you could say. The only thing I think, this is when I think I started using like Muddy Water Feeding. I think everyone was using Muddy Water Feeding over like Scald. I still like Scald more than Muddy Water because I just didn't like the chance to miss. I always just, and also, but then again, muddy water accuracy drops are just really like, like, it goes both ways, I guess. Like, you could miss your own attack, but you could also force them to miss more if you get the muddy water drops. So, yeah, so it's like same Arcanine set. I think it's Adamant now. Cortana's aim AP set, same curse set for Snorlax, except I think now I put more special defense to take a hit from, like, I think it was like from Lele. I forgot what it was. I think it was Sea Psychic or something. Then I used Choice Specs Coco, and this was where I started testing Skydrop, but I don't know why. I had enough speed outspeed, like, was it Salazzle or something? I don't know. Then Mimikyu. Honestly, I should have put, like, I'll see what I, like, oh, and this team I was thinking about using for the IC, and I think I should have used, to be fair, to be honest. But this team was really strong on Showdown and on the ladder, but I just didn't like it when, like, I had, like, 3 bad losses, like, really bad losses to, like, Eevee and some other random shit that I just kind of, like, it just kind of discouraged me from using it, so. Last team that I have that it's, like, really good is this one. This AV Coco with Skydrop, Dazzling Gleam, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. Pretty much the main facilitator of the team, just Volt Switch around, just pick off whatever it has to pick off, so. Take whatever hit that my team needs to take. So then we have Cortana with Detect. It's like the same. This is like, I think this is like the same team that Paul Chua used, but like modified. Like, but I don't know. So I had Cortana with Focus Sash. I did test out like Scope Lens, but I just don't know why. It's just because like. Just critting, like, I remember, like, one time I just put Scope Lens on and I just literally crit an entire team. And it was just funny as to see that. Then oh god. I must have been, I don't know why I put Charge Beam here. Oh god. Porygon, Charge Beam, Porygon 2, guys. Yeah, that's the play, so. So you might want to notice that I'm going to put more special defense on Porygon 2 now, so the reason why I used Porygon 2 with Charge Beam was because I thought that it would be funny to like just boost up, like just boost up your like Charge Beam, just to have a potential chance to beat Celesteela 1v1 or something, and just do more damage with Ice Beam and Charge Beam over time. I don't know. Then we have Araquanid with pretty much the same set. I forget what this EV spread was here for, or the speed EVs here. I made it to where it underspeeds, like, it guarantees underspeeds, like, shit like Porygon and Muck if they try to, like, outspeed it, or underspeed it or something, I don't know, trick them. Like, I remember, like, using Bug Bite with Araquanid just to get Figgy Berry, but literally, like, I swear to God, like, 3 battles in a row, I did that against something like, let's say, a Muck and Snorlax combined. They had a different item, other than either the Figgy Berry or the Guava Berry or a Papa Berry or whatever. It was so dumb because I would have gotten like 50% recovery and I probably would have won the game from there because in most of those situations. I remember because it was just dumb. Like, I remember I switched back to like Substitute. So, but then again, like, Toxic, because you have, like, Porygon and you can just stall. So. Arcanine, this is when I started testing Helping Hand. And oh my god, this thing with Helping Hand, this is why I said, like, I wanted to see Politoed with Helping Hand with this guy. Helping Hand and Politoed with Araquanid is going to be so good when I test it. And, like, on the other ladder, so. Man, you're gonna nuke so many teams. So, Wisp, Snarl, Flare Blitz, so same defensive Arcanine set. So, lastly, we have, last Pokemon we have for this review is, Garchomp. So, let's just explain this Garchomp. I thought about running, like, a very slow and bulky Garchomp, similar to that Shoma had. But, like wanted a little bit more speed to outspeed like things like circuitry and like Gyarados, because those things were starting to creep back in the format again. And then I wanted to try Swords Dance, and it's a Swords Dance Groundian Z Garchomp is like something people have to prepare for now. I don't know for how long, because that thing could just kill whatever the fuck it wants to kill, so I don't even know. So yeah, this is like probably the standard Garchomp set now, so except the speed, like the EVs are like whatever. So I'm sorry I didn't review the EVs with y'all, but like I don't really have the team sheets I had. I usually make these teams on the fly, so I didn't know how to go about this. So hope y'all like this video, or like the review or this team review I did for all the teams I've done since like mid-March. So you can all go steal all these teams later. So I'll probably make more. My opinion about the format right now is like, I think it's much better than that of 15 and 16. The only difference is that you just kind of like learn. You gotta have a plan. Like you gotta go every game with every game right now with a game plan or a mindset. But not to the point where you just auto play it like certain things I saw like back in those other formats. But to the point where you know what the hell you want to do from beginning to end. And you could kind of react to whatever your opponent can do or whatever hacks happens. So, yeah. I hope you all like this review of all my teams I've done. So see ya.